Hello my dear yogi, and welcome to another Yoga with Paulina online classes. Today I invite you for a short practice of power yoga to make you feel stronger, heat up your body and make yourself healthy for longer. So let's begin. Slowly move to the front of your mat and let's do 2 sun salutations to warm up. With an inhale, lift your hands around and up towards the sky. You can touch them and keep them parallel. Then exhale, gently bend down, release your belly on your thighs, your knees slightly bent. Release your neck as well. Next, inhale, lift for a parallel. Send your sit bones back and heart front. And exhale, place your hands down and take 2 steps to downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, walk your feet together so your big toes are touching. Engage your core, press your belly button in, press your hands down and lift your right leg into three-legged. If you're not ready for that, don't worry, you can skip this asana. Look to your front, move knee to your chest and step forward, releasing your knee. Stay here in low lunge, creating an opening in your hips. Or if you feel ready, lift your hands, move them up or behind you into Anjiyasana. Exhale, press your hands down, tuck your toes and step your right foot into plank pose. If you're not ready for plank, lower your knees down for half plank. Engage your core, move your chest to the front and release all the way down. Stretch your toes. Inhale, lift for a cobra. Exhale, press to downward facing dog. Walk your feet together again, big toes touching. Press your hands down, engage your core. Lift your left into three-legged, knee to your chest. Step forward, release your foot down. Keep your hands down here. Remember, you can always use your blocks if your hands are not touching the mat, creating an opening in your hip joint. Or you can lift your hands up towards the sky or even behind you to open your chest. Hands down on the mat, tuck your toes, step back to plank or half plank, chest front, and with an exhale, go all the way down, stretch your toes. Inhale, lift your spine for a cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog again. Now start to walk your heels, wiggle your pelvis side to side to keep an opening and stretching your pelvis, your hips. And then look to the front, take 2 steps forward. Then inhale, lift for a parallel, engaging your core, stretching your heart away from the pelvis. Exhale, lower all way down. Next, inhale, lift your hands around and up. Roll your spine to the sky, touch your hands and move your hands to your heart. Easy, let's repeat the same thing, but this time with high lunge. Inhale, lift your hands around and up. Exhale, gently lower your chest down, belly on your thighs. Release your neck. Inhale, lift to parallel. Exhale, place your hands down. Take 2 steps to downward facing dog. Walk your heels, big toes are touching. Engage your core, press your hands down. Lift your right leg to three-legged, knee to your chest, step forward. This time keep your back knee lifted. Inhale, move your hands up, engage your core once again, find balance on your feet. Exhale, hands down. Step to plank. Inhale, stretch your chest forward and exhale, lower down in one leg, stretch your toes. Press your hands down and lift your chest. Exhale, lift to downward facing dog. To protect your lumbar, you can move through your all fours, just like I showed you. Okay, let's do the second side. Look to your front, maybe lift your left, knee to the chest and step forward. Keeping your both legs lifted, your knees lifted, move your hands up and stretch your arms towards the sky. Exhale, hands down and press. Move back to that plank pose to your front. Exhale, go down in one line, stretch your toes. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale again, downward facing dog. I like to walk my feet together, big toes touching, but you can keep your legs hip width wide for more protection for your lower spine, or even keep your knees bent for a straight spine. And then look to your front, step with your one, then second foot. Inhale, lift for a parallel, and exhale, bend, belly goes down on your thighs. Next, inhale, hands go up to touch over your head, and with an exhale, hands to your heart. Okay, let's start our little sequence of today. Inhale, hands lift up. Now exhale, bend your knees and your sit bones back. Your hands are overhead or in front of you into a chair pose. Now touch your hands, inhale, exhale, twist to your right side. Left elbow goes toward your right knee. Keep your knees in the same place, engaging your inner thighs. Now send your hands front or up. The second side twist. Beautiful. Inhale, hands up. Now press your hands down and walk to your hands and, downward facing dog. Not hands and knees, not right now. Now look to your front, lift your right three-legged, knee to your chest and step front. Press your back heel down, helicopter your arms for warrior two. With your next inhale, move your arms into crescent. Exhale, elbow on your knee, left hand overhead. Let's do it one more time. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Right now, stretch your leg in the front. Your arms, move them in one line, right hand down, left one up. Keep a corset of muscles, strong and easy stretching right and left side in your belly in triangle pose. And now press your hands on your thigh, bend your front knee, send your right hand front, lift your back leg into half moon pose. You can lift your left arm or even lift that whole structure up. Floating, beautiful. Bend your knee, send your hands backwards into crescent triangle, and now helicopter your hands down the mat. Lift your back heel, press your knee down. Now stretch your right leg behind you, press the heel down, and open your right hand up into it's kind of in between gate pose and side plank, an easy side plank. And now we're going to work a little bit for your oblique muscles. Stretch your hand up or overhead. I actually like it more here. And now lift your knee and touch your elbow and knee together. Place your leg and then touch knee and elbow together. One more time, stretch and touch. Beautiful. Now stretch overhead, add your left foot behind you, and now take your right foot, step on your toes, I hope you see it, lift your pelvis up for a wild thing pose. You can look at your right hand and unwind, coming to a plank pose in front. Stretch your chest front and lower all the way down, stretch your toes. Inhale, lift for a cobra or maybe chaturanga, an upward dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, let's do the second side. Step your feet together, big toes touching, engage your core, look front, lift your left, three-legged, knee to your chest, step front. Now press your back heel down and lift your arms into warrior two. Find your comfortable warrior two so that you can stay for a while. And send your hands backwards into crescent and Parshvakonasana to your front, one line through your body. Let's move back again into crescent, Parshva, one line through your body. Beautiful. Now stretch your front leg into triangle pose. Your left hand is light. You're not pressing down your shin. Always have a little bend in your knee to protect it. Now place your right hand on your thigh, No, it's not the thigh, it's the hip. Sorry. Bend your front knee, send your hand, and lift your right leg up. Yeah, beautiful. Stretch your arm, and if that seems easy, you can lift, looking at one point in front of you or on the floor, and gently send and step back. Triangle, crescent, and now helicopter your arms down. Lift your back heel, press your knee down, and stretch your left. Press your heel down, lifting your left arm, look up. And once again, you can decide to have your hand here or overhead. Lift and move your knee elbow together. Press down and knee elbow together. One more time, no, two more times to work out your obliques even more. Great. And place. Now add also your right foot. You can make one in front of each other or maybe one on top of each other. And now place your left behind you. Lift your pelvis. Beautiful. Come to your front, unwind. Press front and down. And now lift into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And now look towards your front. Take a step with your left and then right, or maybe jump to your front. Next, inhale, chair pose. And now let's start with left side twist. Right elbow to your left knee. Stretch your hands, chair. Now left elbow to your right knee. Stretch your hands into chair. Lift all the way up. Touch your hands and move to your heart. And now we're gonna repeat the whole sequence, every asana just once, so no repeating movements. And remember that you can always repeat this sequence for longer if you want to work out your body. The only add-on is that instead of going all the way down, you can add chaturanga and then upward dog. So inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, chair pose. Touch your hands, move your left elbow to your right knee, twist in chair. Lift your arms, second side twist. Lift your arms, press your hands down, take 2 steps to downward dog. Engage your core, lift your right leg, knee to chest, step forward. Press your back heel down, lift your arms into warrior 2. Go to crescent just once. Exhale, elbow on your knee, or maybe stretch your hand down, your left overhead. Now stretch your front knee into triangle. You can look upwards toward your left foot. Hand on your hip. Place your right hand front and lift your leg for Ardha Chandrasana. It's a pretty intense position, but I don't know why, I love it. Maybe you can lift all the way up. Then slowly bend, triangle, crescent. Helicopter your arms right and left. Lift your back heel, press your knee down. Stretch your right leg behind you. Press your heel. Lift your arm or maybe move it overhead. And now lift your knee and touch your elbow knee together. Stretch again, add your left foot. Now step your right behind you, lift your pelvis and your hand overhead. Great. And gently move to your plank pose, front, chaturanga halfway down. Then inhale, upward dog or maybe cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, walk your feet together and let's go to the second side. Lift your left. Move knee to your chest and step front. Place your back heel down and now helicopter your arms right and then left into comfortable warrior 2. Hands go behind, crescent. Exhale, Parshvakonasana, or maybe you can stretch your hand down and right overhead one line in your whole body. Lift and stretch your front knee into triangle pose. And then hand on your hip, bend your knee, send your left hand front and lift for a half moon pose. Lifting your right arm, engaging your core, maybe lifting, balancing slightly on your left leg. Slowly place your foot, send your hands into crescent and helicopter your arms left and right, lift your knee, your heel, place your knee down. Stretch your left leg and place the heel down. Lift your left arm, maybe moving overhead. And now touch your knee and elbow together. Yeah, it's a pretty nice balancing exercise. And stretch. Now lift your right, finding one line in the side plank. Step your left behind you. Lift your pelvis into wild things. And move to your front into plank, chest forward and halfway down into chaturanga, and then up to upward facing dog, and then to downward facing dog. Stay here, one breath, inhale and exhale. And now look to your front, step your feet to the front. Inhale, lift for a chair pose, and then twist to your left side. Lift your arms front, and then second side. Now lift all the way up, stretching your belly and front plane of the body. Touch your hands and move to your heart. You can close your eyes. As I said, if it's very comfortable and you have more time, you can repeat the last sequence for another few times. Otherwise, let's go slowly into cool down. Lift your arms. Exhale, bend down and forward. Now lift for a halfway up. Bend your knees, place your knees down. Send your feet to the left side. Now place your left hand next to your feet. Lift your right one and stretch. And now bend over toward that left side for a side bend. Lift up and now press your left hand on your knee and move into that twist. Now place your hands behind you, move your feet to the second side, to your right. Right hand down, lift your left and reach, and now move to your right side. By the way, this right hand is very light. You're not pushing or pressing down. This hand can walk away like a little spider. And come up. Now press your hand on the knee and look behind you for a little twist. Great. Look to your front. Send your feet to the front. I see I don't have enough space behind me. Move your hands to the front, arch your spine. Slowly roll down, grab your knees. Rock them slightly side to side. And happy baby pose. Lift your legs, flexing your feet. Grab either your ankles or your feet. If this is hard, you can always grab under your knees. Move your knees wide apart and just rock side to side to flatten and expand your lumbar spine. Then gently touch your feet together, your knees together, lower them down, and find your shavasana for just few breaths. Remember, after even a very short yoga practice, it's good to give yourself shavasana or another restorative pose, because then you create new connections in your mind. You learn new stuff. They can embody better inside you. And while in shavasana, just breathe slightly deeper and deeper. And after those few deep breaths, start to wiggle your fingers and toes, ankles and wrists, head side to side. Then gently start to stretch your body, nice and easy, like you're waking up from a nap. Bend your knees, move them to your chest. Hug your arms around them and rock side to side again. And with your eyes closed, roll on your one side, press your hands down, sitting comfortably. Touch your hands together in front of your chest. And wish yourself a beautiful day or a beautiful evening whatever you start or end your day with my yoga practice. And when you feel ready, gently blink open your eyes and rise your gaze. And thank you so much for being with me today, and see you next week. Namaste. Bye-bye.